Yo, welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Breathe, Hoops. You know who it is. It's your boy, Nicky P. You know what it is. This hoop talk continuously. Let's tap in, man. If there's any subjects y'all wanted me to dive into, shoot them in the comments section. I'll check it out and throw a video out there for it. So keep tapping in with your boy. Right now, we're about to get into the top 10 greatest centers of all time. A lost art in the game nowadays where every big wants to step outside and shoot. Only a couple true centers left that are comfortable going down on the block, putting their back to the bucket and going to work with the footwork in the post game to just destroy the opponent and dominate the paint. So yeah, we get into the top 10 and let's dive right into it. With the true center becoming a lost art in the NBA, we're going to dive into the 10 greatest of them to ever lace them up. These players were not only dominant forces on the court, but were also masters of their craft, shaping the game in ways that continue to influence the center position to this day. From towering giants to technically gifted players, the center position has been the backbone of many championship-winning teams. So without further ado, let's get to it. Number 10, David Robinson. David Robinson, known as the Admiral, was an athletic marvel for his size. Standing 7 feet tall with a combination of speed, agility, and strength, Robinson could do things that seemed impossible for someone his size. His incredible leaping ability and shot blocking skills made him an intimidating presence in the paint. Defensively, Robinson was a force, often swatting shots away with ease, but offensively, his game was as well-rounded as any big man in history. He had a smooth jump shot, an excellent post game, and could even run the floor like a guard. His accolades are a testament to his greatness. He was a 2-time NBA champion, a 10-time All-Star, and a former MVP. His most impressive feat came in '94 when he won the NBA scoring title while playing center, dropping 29.8 a game. Defensively, Robinson was a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, you heard it. 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. And his leadership helped the San Antonio Spurs reach new heights in the late 90s, culminating in a championship win in 1999. Number 9, Bill Walton, the Walmart guy. Bill Walton's career was a mixture of brilliance and what could have been. When healthy, Walton was a sight to behold. A center with incredible passing ability, Walton could distribute the ball like a point guard and had a court vision that was rare for his position. Defensively, he was a dominant force, particularly known for his shot blocking and ability to control the paint. His basketball IQ was off the charts, and he had a rare blend of size and finesse that allowed him to thrive both offensively and defensively. Walton's career was marred by injuries, but when he was healthy, he was unstoppable and widely regarded as one of the best centers to lace him up amongst his peers. He was a 2-time NBA champion, winning with the Portland Trail Blazers in 1977 and the Boston Celtics in 1986. He also won an MVP award in 1978, an All-Star selection, and a spot on the All-NBA First Team. His contributions to the Celtics' success in the 1980s were often understated, but he played an integral role in their championship run. Number 8, Dikembe Mutombo. Rest in peace. Dikembe was a definition of defensive dominance. His towering 7'2" frame combined with his incredible shot blocking ability and athleticism made him one of the most feared players in the history of the game. Mutombo's signature finger wag after each block became iconic, to the point where the league had to tell him to stop doing it so he could only do it to the crowd and not directly to the player anymore, which was kind of whack. That was a game-changing play whenever he would do that, and he was a defensive stopper in the paint. While not known for his offensive prowess, Mutombo's rebounding and shot blocking alone made him one of the most valuable players in the league. He was a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Once again, you heard it. Mutombo, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Now you got these scrubs like Rudy Gobert and stuff getting awards this many times. They're close to it. It's ridiculous because the level of defensive dominance isn't even remotely close. And let's get back to it. Mutombo made 8 All-Star appearances. He was also an 8-time All-Defensive Team selection and ranks among the all-time leaders in blocks. His impact on defense helped elevate every team he played for, from the Denver Nuggets to the Atlanta Hawks to the Houston Rockets to Philly and beyond. Number 7, Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing was the face of the New York Knicks in the late 90s. combining size, skill, and toughness to become one of the most dominant centers in NBA history. Ewing was an elite shot blocker and rebounder, but he also possessed one of the most polished offensive games for a big man that has ever been seen. His ability to score in the post, face up, and even knock down mid-range jumpers made him versatile offensively. Ewing's mentality was one of fierce competitiveness. You could even see it out there when he's coaching I forget what college team he's coaching now, but he's doing his thing, and he's grooming a bunch of young, hungry dogs out there. He was a warrior on both ends of the floor. Ewing was an 11-time All-Star and 11-time All-NBA selection. He helped lead the Knicks to multiple deep playoff runs, including an appearance in the 1994 NBA Finals. While he never won an NBA title, Ewing's legacy as one of the greatest centers of his era was unquestionable. And it was a shame how Dolan and crew treated him when he was over there at a New York Knicks game, him and Charles Oakley. You can't be treating the legends like that, man. Number 6. Some of y'all might not be as familiar with this name, but Moses Malone. He was an absolute force on the glass and in the paint. His relentless work ethic and toughness made him a nightmare for opponents. Malone was one of the best rebounders in NBA history, often outworking everyone on the court. He had a unique ability to dominate the boards, and his scoring in the post was effective and nearly impossible to stop. Malone's mindset was all about domination. He was a true warrior in the paint. Malone was a 3-time NBA MVP, go look him up, y'all, and a 2-time NBA champion. He led the Philadelphia 76ers to the title in 1983, winning Finals MVP honors. He was a 12-time All-Star, a 6-time All-NBA first-team selection, and one of the greatest rebounders to ever play the game. His legacy as one of the toughest and most skilled centers is solidified by his Hall of Fame induction. Number 5, Nikola Jokić, the only current player on this list. Nikola Jokić is one of the most unique players the NBA has ever seen. As a 7-foot center, Jokić has the passing and basketball IQ of a point guard, making him an offensive weapon unlike any other. He's an elite playmaker, capable of running the offense, facilitating for teammates, and scoring efficiently. Jokic's versatility allows him to do everything, whether it's scoring in the post, hitting threes, dishing out highlight-worthy assists, and everything in between. His basketball IQ and vision on the court make him one of the most well-rounded centers to ever lace him up. He's a 2-time MVP and a multiple-time All-Star. He led the Denver Nuggets to the 2023 NBA Championship, proving himself as one of the best players in the league, if not the best. Jokic's ability to dominate in every aspect of the game is unprecedented by a center, and he's rapidly cementing his legacy as one of the top players ever in NBA history. As his career continues, he's going to keep climbing up this list and the all-time GOAT list. And, you know, he'll have to grab a couple more chips on the way, a couple more MVPs. Well, maybe not MVPs, but a couple more Finals MVPs for sure. And just, you know, keep adding to the resume. But from a talent perspective, the trajectory is through the roof. Number 4, Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain's name is synonymous with dominance, standing at 7 feet 1 inch and possessing unmatched athleticism and skill for his size. Chamberlain was a walking highlight reel. He had incredible scoring ability, and his rebounding was out of this world. Chamberlain's mindset was one of total superiority. He believed he could do anything on the court. His ability to score at will, whether it was through dominating the paint or shooting mid-range jumpers, was unmatched, and he could run the floor like a gazelle. Probably just as good or better than any other big that could ever get up and down the court. He did it like a guard. Go look up his film, man. His elusiveness and quickness and speed was crazy for being a 7-footer. Chamberlain's resume is legendary. He won 2 NBA championships and was a 4-time MVP. He holds the record for the most points in a single game, scoring 100 with the iconic picture after that game that they took that nobody will ever forget. He did that against the New York Knicks in 1962. He also averaged 50.4 points a game in a season. Crazy. Another record that stands to this day and will never be broken. He was a 13-time All-Star, a 10-time All-NBA first-team selection, and one of the most dominant players to ever step foot on the court. Number 3, we getting down to the nitty-gritty. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. He was widely regarded as one of the most skilled centers and one of the most skilled players in NBA history. His footwork in the post was masterful, with the dream shake being one of the most unstoppable moves the game has ever seen. And I have another video specifically talking about the most unstoppable moves of all time, so go check it out. Olajuwon's defense was just as impactful. His ability to block shots and alter opponents' shots in the paint was unmatched. His combination of size, skill, and basketball IQ made him one of the most versatile and dangerous players and centers to ever play the game. He was a two-time NBA championship back-to-back, by the way, and a two-time Finals MVP, leading the Houston Rockets to glory in the mid-90s. He was also a 12-time All-Star, a 9-time All-NBA selection, and a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Olajuwon is the NBA's all-time leader in blocks and was one of the most skilled and dominant centers in the history of the game. Number 2, Shaquille O'Neal, Diesel, Superman, the Big Aristotle, and whatever other nickname I'm missing. He was the most physically imposing player the NBA has ever seen, hands down, standing 7'1" and weighing over 300 pounds. Shaq's combination of size, strength, and athleticism made him nearly impossible to stop in the paint. His power and dominance were unmatched. And when he was at his best and at his peak, few could match up. Not even few. No one could match up with him. Shaq's mentality was one of total confidence and complete dominance, and he used his size and skill to crush opponents and just destroy their mental confidence both offensively and defensively. O'Neal was a 4-time NBA champion and a 3-time Finals MVP. Killing. He was a 15-time All-Star and a dominant force in the early 2000s, leading the Los Angeles Lakers to a three-peat. And that was the last time it had ever been done, and that will probably never happen again in the NBA. His combination of size, skill, and leadership made him one of the most dominant players in the history of the game. Last but not least, number 1, Kareem the Dream, Luau Sender. You know, the most dominant, not the most dominant, but the greatest center of all time. Kareem, you know, his skill set was unparalleled. His sky hook is one of the most unstoppable moves the league has ever seen. Kareem's combination of size, skill, and intelligence and unmatched consistency over his 20-year career was, you know, mind-boggling. His longevity and ability to maintain dominance well into his 30s and 40s set him apart from other centers. His mindset was one of calm confidence, but he never backed down from a challenge, even getting to some scraps out there back in the day. Kareem was the NBA's all-time leading scorer with 38,387 points. He won 6 NBA championships, 6 MVPs, both of which are all-time records, outside of Bill Russell with the 10 chips. He was a 19-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA selection, and a 5-time Finals MVP. Crazy, man. His sky hook, combined with his dominance, makes him the greatest center to ever play this game. From Kareem to David Robinson, these 10 centers represented the pinnacle of what it meant to dominate the NBA and to dominate bigs. Their skill set, accomplishments, and legacies have not only defined their eras, but continue to shape the way we view the center position today. And for all of you up-and-coming bigs, use wisdom and have the foresight to recognize what's going on in front of your eyes. In a league full of players wanting to stay outside and shoot threes, Nikola Jokić, although very capable from the outside, is a living example of how a big that actually learns how to play the game in the post with his back to the basket and develops elite post game and footwork with the ability to finish with either hand can dominate and become the best player in the league that lacks the physicality of true centers and lacks true, strong, physical big men. So if you're big, 6'11", 7 foot, and you should develop the post game, man, and become physical, you could dominate this league in this era of players nowadays. For all you bigs out there, learn how to really play like a big first and then develop the outside game afterwards. Work from the inside out in terms of developing your game, not the other way around. And that way you can start dominating before you even develop an outside jumper, because if you're 7 foot, you don't really need it. You could dominate the NBA with a great elite post game and a mid-range jumper. And if you just develop a 3-ball, that's icing on the cake. But work your game from the inside out. And so, yeah, thanks for tapping in. What y'all think about this list, man? Y'all agree with the top 10? Y'all think the order should be restructured? Y'all think players should be anybody missing from the list? What you think? Tap in, jump in the comments. Holla at me, man. It's your boy, Nicky P. It's eat, sleep, breathe, hoops. And I'll be back again soon, man. Thanks for tapping in and keep pulling up whenever I drop. Peace.